Hey guys, Eden here. I have a very big fascination for anime that aired in the 2000s. Obviously, I grew up watching a lot of these series, although as an American, I got a lot of the absolute garbage localized and transferred over on networks like Toonami, Adult Swim, and Cartoon Network. But out of the good stuff, you know, I was watching that Pokemon, I was watching One Piece, I was looking at Heather's tits from Total Drama Island. I know that's not an anime, but the point is, I was having a good time for being a single-digit age. Once I began getting into anime, it was about 2013, and I was obviously attracted to the most popular series, targeted to my young male teenager demographic. I'm talking about stuff like Attack on Titan, Sword Art Online, and probably some other popular stuff too. I mean, this is like almost 10 years ago now, so it's a little hard to remember. Look, the point is, the recommendations on various online internet forums, early anime YouTubers making reviews, and probably a little bit of real life discourse here and there with friends thrown into the mix, I watched a lot of shit that led me to Toradora, which is obviously an anime I still hold very close to this day. It's like the best thing to watch for Christmas, dude. You gotta try. But on those aforementioned YouTube reviews and online internet forums, one anime that I saw getting tossed around with the likes of Toradora was this little series called Zero no Tsukaima. And ladies and gentlemen, allow me to dust off this decrepit, filthy, rotten, ganja-coppin' anime and explain to you why you need to not only be aware of this anime, but more importantly, stay very, very far away from this anime. But before that, please listen to this commercial break. You guys keep asking me to review Date A Live Season 3, and I get that you want that, and I'm here to clear things up for you all a little bit. You see, the reason I haven't been watching Season 3 of Date A Live is because I've been so busy playing the Date A Live Spirit Pledge mobile game, also known as the sponsor of today's video. I know, it's insane. Who could have seen a collab like this coming? The link for the game will be available in the description, but what is probably the most amazing part of the Date A Live game is its combination of RPG side-scrolling combat mechanics mixed with its gal game dating mechanics. The appeal of the game is very similar to the appeal of the anime in that you get to have crazy action-packed fun, but also go on simply enjoyable dates with the cute waifus of the Date A Live series. Yoshino is mine. I just want to set the record straight. This one's mine. Which all come with amazing illustrations and voice characters. The action actually contains a lot of depth with multiple moves for each character. The girls themselves are all live 2D animated with a large array of outfits and expressions. To put it simply, this is a very polished experience. Whether you're a fan of Date A Live or not, I think you should check the game out because there is a lot to see. With all sorts of battles, quests, events, and stuff to do, you need to check this thing out down below. So a huge thanks to Date A Live for sponsoring the video, and let's get back to Zero no Tsukaima. So if you are a human being watching this video who has watched both of these anime and have like, I don't know, more than 4 brain cells, you're probably wondering what the similarities between these two series are. I mean, why would people so unanimously recommend a fantasy, harem, isekai alongside a pretty grounded and authentic romance comedy anime? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. I don't really see where the people are. Wait a second. If you take the most obvious elements of Taiga Aisaka and the main character of Zero no Tsukaima, it turns out they're basically the same person. Like, it's actually kind of scary how many similarities there are. Both are flat-chested, short, tsundere lollies with long hair who don't fit in with the rest of their classmates and are seen and portrayed as generally negative. They both act abusive towards their inevitable love interests. They have similar insults like Baka Inu, and they both put on stockings in such a seductive way. I sure hope this doesn't end up permanently affecting what I find sexually attractive for the rest of my life. And with the cherry on the cake being that they're both voiced by Kugi Miyarie, I mean, you're starting to get the point. Aside from the main heroine being copy and pasted, these anime could not be any more different from each other, which for people in my boat who were recommended this anime because it's quote-unquote similar to Toradora, the red flags started to reveal themselves instantly. And before we get into those red flags, or I guess you could say white flags since the characters in this anime are French, before I get into any of that, I should probably explain what the anime is even about. Now, plot synopsis is fucking boring, so I'm only going to give the essential information. If you want to know more, I don't know, I guess you could like watch the anime or something. So this anime follows Louis François Leblanc de la Valliere. Why is your character name so long. Luis goes to a magic school for aristocrats. The world kind of parallels feudalistic Western Europe, so you got your poor people, you got your rich people, you got your pedophiles in power, you know, pretty accurate to civilization at the time. And in this magic academy, Luis is the only character who is not capable of casting magic properly. So on the ceremonial occasion where students summon their familiars, she accidentally summoned some random Japanese fuck named Saito. I mean, he was just walking through Akihabara. God, just look at him. It looks like they merged every shitty generic male protagonist design into one somehow. This is like the AI generated anime character. They made him in a lab. He is not real. Just a pure amalgamation of mediocrity. It's almost impressive, really. Now, I'm definitely being hypercritical of this anime. In reality, it's not that bad. I just like clowning on it because Jesus Christ, is it really easy to clown on. But I think it's important to mention just how insanely popular and respected this anime was. Look, nowadays things are a little different. I mean, the isekai genre is so oversaturated at this point. You'd have to tie me to a chair Guantanamo style if you actually want me to finish one of these damn things. But after over 16 years, this is still somehow a top 200 anime on Mal. And in addition to that, the amount of clips of this thing on YouTube that are still up and over 1 million views is insane. I mean, this is the 2000s, baby. 1 million views on an anime YouTube video in the 2000s is kind of unprecedented. I don't think you guys realize that. So that begs the question, how and why is this anime such a cultural zeitgeist that people could not for the life of them shut the fuck up about? Or in other words, what is the appeal of this anime? Now, normally with anime like these, the answer is titties, of course. Look no farther than High School DxD, Date A Live, and Monster Musume. But as you could probably already tell by now, Luis is flatter than a cutting board. And while there is the occasional fan service scene here and there, and wait, what was I talking about again? It really doesn't lean in or rely heavily on fan service at all. It's really one of the least lewd anime I have ever personally seen be given the ecchi tag on Mal. I think what makes this anime so appealing, especially to what is probably the target demographic of young horny men, is probably the fact that the main character actually fucking gets pussy. And for once, low-key deserves it. Unlike other harem anime, he's actually confident and, well, not a complete fucking incel. Aside from that, I mean, it's mildly humorous all throughout, so I do genuinely see why people would like it, especially if you were part of that target demographic way back in 06. I watched this anime when I was first getting into the medium, so I did find rewatching it for this video to be enjoyable, mainly for nostalgic reasons though. And aside from that, I think that's where my compliments for this anime end. Hey man, 2006 called. They want their sliding, shimmering, splendid transitions back. They want their forever hard animated into 720p back. But I guess everything else is okay because this anime has like over 400 fucking million episodes. I genuinely feel like as a whole, the anime is a comedy. It's not too serious. And if you're just being chilling on the couch, it's a good anime to just disassociate to. You get to watch a cute girl call you baka 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 baka. You get to see her in her underwear, and the universe is in harmony, if you know what I mean. The problem with this anime, however, is that a lot of the time, it's not like that. And it takes itself way too seriously. The politics in this anime are so unnecessarily complicated for how shallow the commentary is. And all of the quote-unquote more serious elements of this anime give off a really big r/I'm 14 and this is deep energy. The amount of times our protagonist Saito explicitly states that he doesn't care whether someone is an aristocrat or a plebeian and that'll treat them with the same respect cannot be counted with your 2 hands. And even your 2 feet for that matter. It just beats you over the head over and over again with the most fake, deep, garbage political plot lines that it hurts. It just hurts. I want you to inject cyanide directly into my bloodstream and end it. I just can't take it anymore. And just then, just as you're about to fade away, just as you begin to see the pearly gates, the anime hits you with one of the funniest episodes you have ever seen. And that really seems to be my general gist of this series. When I recently rewatched it, it honestly felt like half of the time I wanted to blow my goddamn brains out. And the other half of the time, I was on the edge of my seat for one reason or another. When this anime takes itself seriously, it can be very difficult to get through. But when it plays into its unique level of stupidity, that's when it's actually half decent. One example of this anime would be episode 8 of season 1. Also, did I mention this anime has like 1 million seasons, mangas, games, animes, plushies, porn too? I mean, I just felt like I should probably bring that up. Like, not that I would ever do anything like that, but I just thought that maybe that information would be there. In this episode, Luis and Saito go on a secret mission for the princess. There's like a marriage that needs to be done in order to stop a civil war that's happening. But just trust me, you don't care. What is important is that on this colossal immensely important mission, Luis accidentally loses all of their money like an idiot. Then, out of nowhere, a drag queen bar owner with a harem of beautiful breasted maidens comes running to the rescue, and now Luis has to work there like a fucking wage slave. It is very stupid. Maybe even a little bit problematic. But at the end of the day, God, I wish someone would dominate me the way she dominates this fat, ugly bastard. And look, man, I'm not stupid. I know by saying that I'll probably get a few comments calling me a little bit of a weirdo, or maybe even a sussy baka, as I'm sure they say in Japan. But you know what? This is the hill that I die on. I may have relentlessly trashed on this anime in more ways than one, but when it comes down to the waifus in this series, that is where I believe we can all agree. Luis, Siesta, Charlotte, Kirsch, all amazing waifus. I mean, come on, Charlotte is literally just Cerno with glasses, and we already know that's some certified cute anime girl shit. Kirsch is a voluptuous goddess with enough curves to make any calculus expert shit their pants. And look, personally, I don't know what it is exactly, but I think the jank-ass art style of the 2000s makes it even hotter, but like in a weird way. At this point, I don't even understand my personal taste. I'm pretty sure they would have to perform an autopsy on my brain in order to find out how I ended up with such weirdly fucked preferences for anime girls. The point is, this anime has the capacity to make you feel some type of way, and you should be prepared for that because it surely made me feel some type of way.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Punch my mama in the throat.
This is kind of just a little bit of a nostalgic ramble, but as far as isekais go, it's got a pretty decent ending for the first season, and the series as a whole, I mean, if you're looking at everything I've said about this anime and still want to watch it regardless because it looks cute and stupid, then go ahead. I don't think it's aged all that well in my opinion. I'd probably give it like a 4 out of 10. It'd probably be more enjoyable if I was like 14 years old, but I definitely still respect it and see why so many people have liked this anime over the course of like 16 years. It was probably really influential into the whole isekai harem bubble. Luis in her primitive tsundere state will always forever be a staple of anime waifus. Tsundere fans across the world will continue to pray for her for years to come, and I think you guys just need to bow down to my queen and accept that. Although Taiga Aisaka is better. I mean, just look at this. There isn't even a competition. If you seriously think Luis Francois Leblanc de la Valliere has got shit on my palm top queen,
this right here is my favorite thing ever in the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
I will now read patron names. Capitan, Rover Rope, Daniel, Adam, Andrew, Cyber, Dusk, Everly 2, Amy Wright, Huncho, Jacob, K-Moy, Kona, Krog, Megaton, Mental Penalty, Noobside, Pillsbury, Brazen Earth, Huggy for 20, Robert, Chicken, Skydom, Derp Cloud, Tucktoad, Zacion, Zora, Mirage, Yabs, and all my other patrons on patreon.com.